Yay, another N64 fighting game, F.R.E.A.K.S. Now this one kind of looks cool because you're playing as weirdos with special armor and flying abilities, and they have like melted guns and spikes in their forehead and all that shit. Yeah, it's the fighting game of the future where everybody's fucking nuts. But how much you want to bet it's going to be just another generic one-on-one fighting game. Midway. Makers of Mortal Kombat, but they're also maker of War Gods, so I don't have much hope here.
It is the not too distant future.
No shit.
The mighty country known as America has fallen like all great empires throughout history.
Bullshit.
50 states broken into private territories after what was called the Techno-Industrial Civil Wars.
What about Hawaii?
Computer technology, bioengineering, cybernetics, and mechanics accelerated at such an incredible rate. It forced industrial competition.
Are we finally going to get RoboCop?
And ruthless corporate espionage. While the government tried to keep control of the country, the effect of the giant corporations' white-collar wars drove the economy into a tailspin.
I blame Obama.
With Wall Street in shambles, the government bankrupt, and technological corporate giants running unorthodox takeovers, Neo-America was born.
Shit. Alright. So I guess the Republicans are back in power. Yeah, maybe this is the game that's going to be the best N64 fighting game ever. And it's a hidden gem, and everybody's going to be wanting it in the future. Yeah, this is a full M-rated game, so you can have the gore-on, have decapitations, even in the mid-match. If you want to rip somebody's arms off, go right ahead.
Choose your warrior.
And you get a colorful cast of characters here. Here's Bullseye. There's like mounted guns on his arms. Yeah, you have the token hot chick here with a whole bunch of weird looking blades. Yeah, this guy looks awesome. You know, I would love to have hands like that. It would be hard to eat anything, but still, it would be cool. I really like the character design here. Yeah, so you have good presentation, you could use dash moves, and you can use a fireball attack with a press of a button. And if things get too hectic, you can even use a shield. And once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. Yeah, you can't exploit the shield and the jetpack move too much. You're thinking to yourself, alright, this sounds like a pretty cool fighting game. So what's the fucking problem? Once you take away all the window dressing, it's pretty much a standard fighting game. Just hit shit, hope that you win. The computer gets insanely cheap later on. You're pretty much going through the motions here. Yeah, you almost forget about the different shield and flying techniques you can use. And instead, you go in for the combos and just do the regular, you know, bullshit you've been doing in tons of air fighting games. Yeah, the problem is these fights are so confusing. There's so much shit coming at you that it's hard to actually plan any strategy. Do I fly up in the air? Do I shoot a whole bunch of missiles? Do I worry about getting my shields up? You've seen all this sort of shit in a whole bunch of air fighting games. And the new content here, like the extra gory moves and the ring outs, honestly, it's nothing special. The fighting just feels very generic. Yeah, being able to play as these weirdos seems fun at first. And then you actually do it, it gets old very quickly. You definitely have a fighting game that's very confusing to play. Especially later on in the game when the computer gets extra cheap. I know it had to be difficult because it was originally an arcade game. But when the only way to play the game is just be super cheap, and all you're doing is flying around shooting missiles, worry about your shields, and all that crap. It just becomes a huge clusterfuck of action. It's not very fun to play. All this flying and shooting and shit, it's just to hide the fact that this is not a very deep fighting game like a Virtual Fighter or Tekken or something like that. Somewhere you're actually using real fighting techniques. No, here it just feels like a fucking mess. Yeah, it also seems odd that we're doing rounds and shit, but we're hitting each other with giant missiles, scissor arms, clown hammers. But no, we're still doing the same old fighting shit we've been doing in Street Fighter 2 for years. Let's beat him to the pulp and then wait till the next round so we can do it all over again and win the tournament. Yeah, her butt looks nice. Again, on the surface, it looks like there's nothing really wrong with the game. Graphics are good. Character designs are unique. Gameplay can be pretty interesting once you figure it out. Yeah, maybe it's fun with a couple of friends and all that. You go try silly characters, you look at the girls' butts and everything, and you have a few laughs. But then once you go play the single or one-player mode or the arcade edition, yeah, you're pretty much doing the same old shit you've been doing there, fighting games. But the action is much more confusing, especially with all these things you gotta worry about. F.R.E.A.K.S here for Nintendo 64. It earns a 49 out of 100. Okay, this is the Indifferent Video Game Nerd over now. And now let's see if we can buy it to grade this.